The following video is a no-damage completion of Resident Evil Survivor. Feel free to use any of the strategies, but listen to detailed commentary before trying them on your own. Hello everybody, this is a no save no damage runoff.
Resident Evil Survivor.
Getting the S rank on normal difficulty.
In 1998, a disaster struck the quiet Midwestern residents of Raccoon City. An uncontrollable outbreak of the Umbrella-created T-virus transformed the city into an inescapable death trap. To stop the outbreak from spreading, Umbrella Incorporated was forced to wipe out the entire city. However, this was not the only location where an outbreak occurred.
You're not going to get away.
Where am I? Oh! I don't remember anything. Who am I?
Alright, so Resident Evil Survivor has first person perspective, the whole game. And it's basically the same as any other Resident Evil classic on how the enemies behave and that kind of stuff, but I will go more in depth after these cutscenes.
You look familiar, but... but I just can't remember. Ark Thompson, huh? Though I can't remember anything, I know that this was no way for anyone to die. What?
First time encounter, just aim and start shooting. It's not necessary to go backwards, he will always die. I believe in 5 shots, something like that. Then pick up the key and go for the church. So in Resident Evil Survivor there's a lot of paths you can take. I think there's like 3 or 4 paths you can take in the whole game. This is like the canon path, going from the church and then from the hospital. And we kill these 2 zombies in the church. The zombies cannot be dead when they are on the floor, of course. You have to wait them to start bleeding. That will mean that they are already dead. But they also make a specific sound when they are before they falling down. And it's usually like 5 bullets each zombie, max 6 or 7. But anyway, 3 zombies in this part. There's a key in the desk, and there's also a part for a puzzle next in the game in this clock. So the paths in the game will depend on how you will, like the paths will change the enemy's spawn. Like for example, if you take the arcade path, you will encounter the cleaners that are some kind of umbrella soldiers, like BOW soldiers. On the cannon pad you don't have to face them, so you don't have to worry about them because they have weapons and they can start shooting, and it's kind of complex to make no damage run with the cleaners on your pad. It's not impossible, of course, but it's more complex without them, you know. So kill the zombies, use the clock part here, and that will open a secret passage to the basement. So every time you pass through a door or any kind of loading screen, your weapon will be completely reloaded. Your handgun, not any other weapon. So this spider can be on the floor or can be in the ceiling. Most of the time the spider will be on the floor. You just start shooting it. It will never be able to inflict you damage because by the time he will arrive to you, it will be already dead. So don't worry about it. Doesn't matter if it's on the ceiling or it's on the floor. I like to go behind these boxes because right here I have like plenty of space between me and the zombies. It's possible to just start shooting them as soon as you enter to the door, but just to be a little more careful. So I was saying, your handgun will be the only weapon that will be completely reloaded after you pass through any door. And that's mainly because the handgun, it has unlimited ammunition in this game. Any other weapon doesn't have unlimited ammunition, so that's why it won't be automatically reloaded after you pass through a door. Only the handgun. So just turn yourself to the right, do not care about the phone, and then go downstairs. There's a leaker in front of you. What you have to do right here is just go directly to the key that it's on the seats, and then move your camera to your left side. Like just move your character to the left side. And this is mainly because in this game the enemies work with the camera. So if the camera is not facing the enemies won't inflict you damage. It doesn't work with all the enemies. For example, with Mr. X that won't work, unless with some specific rules that I will explain later.
Vincent.
Who is this? Vincent? Who's that? Wait. Am I Vincent?
Vincent, you are a murderer. A murderer.
A murderer? What are you talking about? Answer me! Who did I kill?
Alright, so as I was saying, wait, there's another cutscene here, sorry.
I won't allow you to escape. You're going to pay for what you've done. What? Helicopter? No. The cleaners have already arrived? They must want this mess taken care of very quickly.
Alright, so as I was saying, you can avoid completely damage from the enemies when you look away from them with your camera. But it doesn't work with all the enemies. For example, with Mr. X can punch you even when you're going backwards to him. It has some weird rules to that, like for example a leaker, when the leaker is in the floor and even a pixel of him is on the camera, he will inflict damage. So it's not like complete 100% consistent to just look away and you will avoid damage. It's not just like that. It's a little more complex. So right here I reload my weapon in the menu, because by doing that I can immediately start shooting without waiting for the reloading animation in the screen. You can reload your weapons in this game as well, like in the classics. But it's a little more annoying because the item menu in this game, it's very strange. But anyway, arriving to the hospital. Sorry, we're already in the hospital, what am I talking about? More enemies, kill the one in front of you, then go directly to the telephone. So in this game, I didn't mention this, there's a button to auto-aim, like completely move your character to the closest enemy or the closest important item in a specific room. And that button by default is L1 in PlayStation 1. So when you press L1, Arc will move directly to the closest enemy or the closest important object in the room. It's very helpful in some places, not so much in other places. There's also, I believe, 3 kind of handguns in this game. The handgun A, that is the default one, I believe. No, it's not the default one. There's the handgun A, B, and C, and the normal one that we have already on our inventory. With this pad, with the cannon pad and with the hospital, you can pick up the handgun B. The handgun B, it doesn't have a lot of DPS, but it's the fastest handgun in the game. Like, you will shoot insanely fast with the handgun B. So we pick up the handgun B, we pull up these levers, and we get out of here. Do not forget to equip your handgun B before you enter to the next room, because there will be a zombie in front of you. So I'm pretty sure in this game you can counter all the enemies that appears in the classics, besides Hunter's Gamma and Drain Demons and Brainsuckers, I believe. But any other enemies from the classics are here, are chimeras as well. But anyway, equip the handgun B and kill this enemy. There are 2 more zombies on the left side, but most of the time they won't get out of that room. So if they don't get out, don't worry about them, just leave the room. If they get out, of course, deal with them. So Mr. X will appear here. Just get close to the door, to the elevator door. Then start rotating yourself to the right and then go to the end of this hallway. As soon as you arrive to the wall, just rotate yourself and start shooting Mr. X. It's very important that before you deplete all your ammunition, you enter to your menu, then you manually reload your handgun. Because by doing this, as I explained you before, you won't have to wait for the reloading animation in the screen. Or you can just reload it immediately and start shooting. Always do that. Sorry, always do that. And then he will be dead. Mr. X has a very annoying animation when he charges to you, when there's a lot of space between you and Mr. X. I will explain that later, because right now there is a very important part of the game where you can lose the run very easily. Alright, so here's the strat. You have to move your character to the left side and then start running forward directly to the door. But there's an annoying RNG where a spider can be in front of you. So here's the strat. You have to hold up and left while the door animation goes. If you make it clean, then good, like I just did. But if you bump into a spider, continue turning anti-clockwise until your back is against the spider. Then you back up until you pass the edge of the bed on the right. And then you turn clockwise and head for the door. It sounds very complex, but it's 100% consistent if you do it like that for both RNGs, like for the bad RNG most of all. It's just how it works. That part is very annoying because you will lose a lot of no damage runs if you're trying to make this run, just because of the specific section of the game.
A picture. No, this is me. I am Vincent. It was all my fault. Who are you?
Wait. Please don't kill me. I didn't know anything about you then.
Stop.
Alright, so Shannon Shields over here, then go directly to the door. In this next seaward section, there will be leakers coming through the ceiling. But when they are falling down from the ceiling, they don't have hitboxes, so they won't body block you. So you just continue going forward. Their hitboxes will be active after they land to the floor. Alright, so in the prison section, you can have a very bad RNG where the enemies will be fully stand up, like the enemy that was on the right won't be on the floor. But that doesn't happen very often. If that happens, you have to go in zigzag. There's plenty of space to just avoid them completely and go to this wall where I'm shooting and start killing them from here as well. In this next room, what you have to do is go backwards and rotate yourself to the left side. By doing that, you will avoid the enemy that is on your left side to grab you, because on the most common RNG, these enemies won't be on the floor. One will be already stand up and he will be very, very close to you. Always reload your weapon from the inventory when the enemies are, like when there are a lot of space between you and the enemies, or an enemy is on your back. Because if you take the luxury to reload your weapon with the reload animation, the enemy will grab you. I didn't mention this about the zombies, but when you are giving your back to the zombies will grab you and will force your camera to face them. That doesn't inflict damage. Arc will scream and you will think that inflict damage, but that doesn't inflict damage. The two ways to know if you get damaged by something like that is if the camera shakes red, or if you try to use a healing item and the game allows you to use it. If the game doesn't allow you to use the heal item, it means that you didn't take damage. In this specific room, the enemies will respawn every time you reset this room, by the way. And also I didn't mention, but there are some specific requirements to get the S rank, so that's why I'm killing all the enemies that I can. I will go more... like I will give more details about that requirements later in the game, where there's some place where there's nothing to talk about. And I will also leave a document in the description below that will explain all of that. So when you enter this room, there can be a zombie in front of you. That's the bad RNG. And the good one is that there won't be zombies in front of you, and the zombies will be around right in this room. Just kill the two that are in front of you, and the one that is around the corner on the left side, sometimes he will be in front of you, like he will show his body when you are killing the first two. But if that doesn't happen, just enter the room, go directly to the lockers and start killing the third one from there. In the jail section, kill the right zombie, like the one that is on the right. After you kill him, hack the right wall and start running forward until you reach the wall that is in front of you. And then start killing the zombies from here. The other RNG on this room, on this jail section, is that the zombies will be inside the jails and you have to go jail from jail and start killing them. It takes more time, and also for some reason this part the FPS goes down to 5 or something like that. Like the game lowers the FPS insanely hard in that specific part. And I think it's mainly because there are more than 3 enemies in the same room. So here is the general rule, as always. If there are enemies behind you or very close to you, never reload your weapon with the reload animation. Always reload your weapon with the manually from your inventory. So before you enter to this room, equip the shotgun. In this specific room, like this next room, you can spawn dogs or you can spawn hunters. The good thing about Resident Evil Survivor is that you can reset the room until you spawn what you want. In this case, we want hunters. We will get dogs, so we will reset the room until we get hunters. It can take you 4 or 5 times to spawn hunters, like resetting the room over and over until you get what you want. Thankfully enough, in this occasion, it will only take me one reset, and I will get hunters. The main reason I want hunters is because it's easier to kill hunters than dogs. The dogs are more annoying in my opinion. When they are on the same line of fire, just shoot. And the second one will always take you 3 or 5 shotgun shells to be killed. And that's mainly because the shotgun deals less damage when the enemies are far away from you, like in a real life shotgun, you know. Then equip the handgun because next we will encounter another Mr. X. So for the next Mr. X encounter, it's not necessary to reload your weapon on your inventory. You can just continue shooting and waiting for the reload animation. I just do it because I'm very used to that, and of course because it's a little safer, or the safest way. On a very rare occasion he can charge to you, but that doesn't happen very often, like 1% of the time. And I didn't mention this, but Mr. X can drop you 4 kinds of ammunition. He can drop you shotgun shells, grenade rounds, flame rounds, or acid rounds. Of course, the best ammunition he can drop you is grenade rounds, because the grenade rounds will help you a lot for the last boss encounter. But anyway, for this Mr. X, the strat is going in circles around this part of this section. You shoot, you try to deplete all your ammunition, and you continue. Always take space between you and Mr. X. He can charge as well, but it doesn't happen very often in this part, like 1% of the time. In other sections it happens more often. I think I didn't mention about the charge of Mr. X, but Mr. X has an annoying animation where he can charge to you, and it's almost impossible to dodge that because he has some tracking system, and it will always hit you. It will always hit you. Excuse me. Alright, for this room you pick up the keycard and you start going backwards while you press the left D-pad button until you reach the wall, and you continue going backwards, then you rotate and go directly to the door. That will always avoid Mr. X from hitting you. It's very important that you touch the wall when you're going backwards, otherwise Mr. X will be able to hit you. Then there's another Mr. X right here. The strat that I use is I go to this corner, I quick turn, and I start shooting. And I will always reload my ammunition from my inventory because Mr. X is kinda close to me, so I cannot take the luxury to wait for the reload animation. If for some reason you forget to reload from your inventory and you're waiting for the reload animation, when Mr. X is close to you, you have to bait an auto attack, like get close to him and then go backwards and he will punch. And by doing that you will be able to continue shooting, because when Mr. X punch, he kind of staggered himself for 4 seconds, 3 seconds, something like that, so that's a perfect window time to continue shooting. I'm pretty sure I'm gonna use that later in the game for one specific Mr. X.
Umbrella. So this is where the city is controlled from. Oh! Oh! What's happening to me?
Alright, so for this section, always enter here with your shotgun equipped, because there's a hunter on your left side. But if you didn't equip it like me, just immediately enter to your menu, equip the shotgun, aim and shoot. This hunter will always die with 2 shotgun shells, sometimes with 3, but not more than that, because he's kinda close to you. Then the other one that is coming from the right side, just kill him like that. When he appears, just start shooting. Continue with the shotgun equipped, because we're gonna need it in the next room as well. So for this room, shoot the zombie that is on your left, like the one that is on your path. He sometimes will take you 2 shotgun shells, but most of the time only 1 to be killed. Then when you reach to the elevator room, just aim and shoot, and as you can see, you can kill all the zombies with just 1 shotgun shell. Then reload your shotgun and equip the handgun, because we're not gonna use the shotgun right now. Alright, so on this part, there are 2 kind of enemies spawn. There can be leakers or there can be hunters. If there are hunters, you have to reset the room until you get leakers, because the hunters are very annoying, and the leakers is just about going directly to the door and you should be fine.
Hello? Can you hear me? Who are you? What are you doing? Answer me!
After the cutscene, get close to the keycard, then go around to the left side, then stand up behind this chair and start shooting Mr. X from here. Mr. X won't be able to reach to you, because he kinda detects that there's a chair in front of him, and he just go backwards, or like turn around and continue going in circles. It's pretty simple. Pick up the ammunition, and then pick up the keycard and leap. Alright, so in this next room, there's also 2 RNGs, can be hunters and leakers, just like the first time. What you want to do is hold the left D-pad button if you get hunters, because if you get hunters, you want to re-enter to the room as fast as you can, and then reload it until you get leakers. But if you get leakers, you can see it's just about running, go to the panel, press it, and leap. More zombies here. If there's a zombie very close to you, there are 2 right here, because there can be 2. It's better that you use the shotgun, just in case. Then start killing the other ones.
What?
Vincent? It's me, your mother.
My mother?
Vincent, please. Listen to your mother. I want you to leave Umbrella. I want you to stop performing those terrible crimes and just come back home.
afraid. I'm not going to hurt you. What is the tape you're listening to?
I don't know. I was only listening to it because I'm so bored. My brother told me to wait here. Oh, let me go!
Your brother?
Leave her alone! Lily, run, go!
Lord!
Put that down. I won't harm you. I promise.
Liar. You'll kill me if I drop it. I'm not stupid. Now stay back, don't come any closer.
I know you think that I'm a murderer, but you're wrong. I would never do anything like that.
Rotate yourself to the elevator entrance. Then a Mr. X will appear. Just where you are, start shooting on the same strat. When you are about to deplete all your ammunition, enter to inventory and reload your ammunition from there. I'm pretty sure I'm gonna bait an auto-attack from this Mr. X. I guess, I can remember. But if you do it correctly enough and you just left one bullet on your clip before you reload it, I think you should be fine and you don't have to bait the auto-attack from Mr. X. Let me check right now. Yeah. So if you don't press this button right here, the only thing that will change is that the alarm will sound and one leaker will enter from this window. But you can avoid it if you go directly to the stairs. I just use it because, just to not jump scare myself. Alright, in the parking lot or in the garage, turn yourself, like give your back to the dogs, equip the shotgun, then start going backwards, and when the dog is in front of you, start shooting. This strat works all the time because in this game the enemies has to be in front of you before they can attack you, so that's why the dogs will start going in front of you when you do this strat, or they will start going in circles like you just saw, in circles of arc. Arc is the name of the character, of the main character, by the way. I didn't mention that.
Hey!
Alright, so for this section equip the shotgun because there's a hunter in the next room. What you have to do with this hunter is just aim and shoot him when he's on the bridge. He will jump down and then continue shooting him. He'll take you 2-3 shotgun shells, not more. Oh well, he'd take me 4. Yeah, the 5th one was a jump scare. But anyway, after that, just reload your shotgun and continue. There are spiders in the next room. For these spiders, what you have to do is rotate yourself to the left and hug the left wall while you keep running forward. They will never be able to tag you. And then go directly to the ladder that is on the right. After you pass through the second spider, there are 2 spiders.
Don't be afraid. I won't hurt you. Where's your brother Lot?
Please, you have to save my brother. He said he's going to the factory by the ropeway.
Factory?
He told me that he could find a way to escape from this place inside the factory. But there are tons and tons of scary monsters there. I know that if he goes there, he's going to be killed.
What?
Please! We've already lost Mum and Dad. You've got to help my brother. Please!
I promise. Don't cry anymore, Lily. I may have been a bad person, but that was before. That's not who I am now. I will save these 2 kids. I swear it. Lily, you hide here. I'll go find your brother and then come back for you.
So for these zombies, just go backward a little and start killing them with a shotgun or with a handgun. It's not really important which weapon you use. Unless you have very low ammunition on the shotgun, just use a handgun. But anyway, the cable car section, fear the dogs. What you want to do is just start going, kill the first one as soon as you enter this room, then wait for the second one. He will always go in front of you, and then just shoot him and kill him. Reload your shotgun because there's a hunter next. For this hunter, get close to these boxes, then rotate to the left side until you are in front of the door and start walking. Until you hear the door breaking, just shoot when the hunter lands, not before that. Always wait for the land of the hunter. In this next room there's a super leaker, so you want to go and activate the panel, and after you activate the panel you can press the L1 button, and that will force Ark to rotate directly to the door, and just go to the door. Do not care about the super leaker, because he cannot attack until he lands to the floor completely. So it's very important that you enter to the cable car with your shotgun equipped, because the hunter that will be after the door open will be right on your face, and you cannot take the luxury to equip a weapon. So it's just about spamming the aim and shoot button when you are about to leave this part. He will take you to 1 shotgun shell or 2, not more. Then after that you go direct to this corner, reload your shotgun, and then equip the grenade gun with explosive rounds or acid rounds. If you have acid rounds, equip it. Then you continue running forward to this corner, because by doing that you will force the other hunters to go to your sides. Then you press L1, aim and shoot. Then the same, run forward. I'm gonna change the grenade rounds, but it's not necessary. You can continue using the acid rounds, to be honest. And then the same, press L1, aim and shoot. The destroy is 100% consistent, by the way, because the L1 will force Ark to aim directly to the enemy that is close to him, in this case the one that is on the left side or the one that is on the right side, and then just press aim and shoot, and the hunter will be dead, because the acid rounds and the explosive rounds will always kill the hunters with just 1 grenade. Then right here, wait for Mr. X. When he's close to you, start running forward and go around this fence and just continue. Look to the right side, so by doing that you will avoid the dogs attacking you. It's very important that you rotate to the left and go right to this part, because here's where the game has 3 paths, and if you messed up and you go for the caverns, you will encounter Mr. X or cleaners in the other paths, so not bueno. There are 2 leakers in these caverns. The only thing you have to do is, as soon as you watch them, just hack the right or left wall, and you will avoid them completely. So that's the rounds right here. Then for the next room there's a long bridge and you need a shotgun because there will be 3 hunters jumping on specific parts. When you pass through specific parts of this bridge, the hunters will jump. So that's why I'm just gonna run and then walk and wait for the hunter to jump. When the hunter jump, aim and shoot. Just aim and shoot, not necessary to move your aiming. They will usually die with 1 or 2 shotgun shells, not more. Always wait until they completely die, because their hitboxes are still active, so they will body block you. And it's important that you are in the middle of the bridge, otherwise you will miss the shot. This next room can be zombies or can be hunters. In my opinion, having hunters is the best call, because the zombies are on a very different parts. And that was very risky, not gonna lie. Because the hunters were very close to me, and also reloading with the reloading animation there was very risky as well. Always reload your weapon with the inventory when the enemies are close to you, you know. Then equip the grenade gun with acid rounds, because again, hunters in the next room. There's a lot of hunters in this part of the game. The strat is the same as the cable car. Run to a corner, this specific corner on the right, and continue running forward. You will hear the hunters that will be on your left side or on your right side. Then press L1, aim and shoot. Press L1, aim and shoot. The same. It's 100% consistent, by the way. And then you can continue. If you have dogs, you can reset the room until you get hunters if you want, or you can just completely avoid the dogs by just running and hack a wall and look to the wall. This next section you can have dogs or spiders, for both of the same. Just go directly to the door. And in this next one there's hunters as well. I believe these are the last hunters in the game. Just run forward and then go to the left corner. Until you reach this corner, continue running forward, and the same strat. Press L1, aim and shoot. You'll kill the hunter is on your right, and then this hunter is walking, so just shoot him. And this other one you have to aim a little up, because remember that the grenades will go in some kind of perpendicular way, so that's why you have to aim up, because the hunter is really far away from you. And that's all.
Lot?
So there are explosive rounds or grenade rounds right here before you enter to the Mr. X plant, because we will go to the plant where Mr. X are created. That's why there's a lot of Mr. X. So the strat for here is going backwards until you reach the wall, until the game doesn't allow you to go backwards anymore, and then start shooting with the handgun. The reason we go backwards before we start shooting is because if by any chance Mr. X make the charge out attack, you just rotate and then leave the room. And the same strat, just continue shooting until you are about to deplete your ammunition, reload your ammo from your inventory, and continue shooting. And then for the next one is the same. That was a mistake, you don't have to wait for the reload animation. Wait, I think I'm just taking the loser because I can, but reload your ammunition with your inventory. You are at the end of the game, so not necessary to YOLO this part. I think I'm gonna dodge. Yeah, I'm gonna bait the auto attack. That's how you bait the auto attack from Mr. X. You just get close to him, then go backwards, and he will punch. And then you can continue shooting, because he kind of stagger himself after he does that specific animation before he can do any other one. So for these zombies, pretty straightforward, just kill them all with the handgun. This specific part of the game with the zombies will respawn every time you reset the room. So here will be where we are going to farm for the S rank requirements. Because you need a specific amount of enemies, or pass through a specific amount of enemies to get the S rank. There's a leaker in the ceiling right here, so just go directly to the door. You can walk this whole section if you want. Do not aggro the leaker. Then run forward, and on the right side there's acid rounds, by the way. Right here there's a leaker around the corner, so equip the grenade gun with acid rounds. And start aiming to the entrance of that room. The leaker will be out right now. Once he shows his head and his half torso, start shooting him, and continue shooting until he dies. It will take you 4, even just 1 sometimes, but max 4, 5 I believe, not more. Then pick up the disc and leave the room. While you are leaving this room, hack the right wall and look to the right, like to the wall, because there will be 2 leakers coming through the ceiling. Then on this next room, rotate to the left side, because there will be an IV zombie in front of you, and he can throw you acid if you stand up. So I think this is a good time to explain about the requirements of the S rank. Alright, so on Resident Evil Survivor, you need 450 or more points to achieve the S rank. Now, what gives you the points? There's 1 point per accuracy percentage. You will see in the score screen at the end of the game the accuracy percentage. So for each percentage of accuracy, you have 1 point. Then you have 100 points for making the game sub 1 hour. When you pass through the 1 hour mark, the points will be less, of course. It's not like you will lose the 100% completely. Then you have 100 points for not using a first aid spray. So because it's a no damage run, we have those 100 points. Then you have 100 points for no continuous. We also do not save the game here, or we not use continuous, because this game doesn't have a save system. It only have a continuous system. So we have the 100 points for that as well. Then you have 100 points for 165 or more kills. So if you do all the last 4 that I just mentioned, and you get at least 50% accuracy, you will have the S rank. I will leave a document explaining this as well in the description below. But that's how you get the S rank in Resident Evil Survivor. Anyway, right in this room there are 2 zombies that are around the corner. Most of the time they won't be out of the room, or they will be very late. So that's why I just enter, and then I just kill them. Pick up the explosive rounds. Of course this room is only necessary if you want to pick up those explosive rounds, right? Otherwise you can just sleep. Alright, so right here and start the farm. I'm gonna kill these enemies like, I believe 8 times, or something like that. So not much to mention about it. It's only because I want the amount of enemies to be killed to have more points for my S rank. So yeah, it's just about that. Nothing really important to mention. Something very important to mention is that this game doesn't have a save system. So more than being a no save, no damage run, this is a no continue, no damage run. But anyway, I catch you guys after I end this farm section. Right, so after you press this button, these walls will open and there are 2 IP zombies inside of here. What I like to do is rotate to the left side and then go around without watching the IP zombies and just direct to pick up the key. You can rotate to the right side and go behind them, but most of the time they will body block you, so I don't recommend to do that. So after you pick up the key card, just go directly to the door. So for these red IP zombies, just hack the right wall, go directly to the button, open it, and then there's flame rounds around the corner on the left side. One of the last Mr. X encounters, or at least the last one that we're gonna kill, is right here.
They're creating these monsters on this island.
So the same as always, start shooting once you are about to deplete your ammunition. Just enter to your menu and reload your ammunition manually. Of course, in Mr. X charge, there's nothing you can do. There's another strat that my good friend Nightcast Guitar uses for this Mr. X, and he runs forward to Mr. X, bait an auto attack, and continue doing that after he starts shooting after every stagger of Mr. X. I'm pretty sure that's more consistent than doing it this way, because by doing it this way you take the chance to get a charge from Mr. X, and of course the round will be over there because you will get damage.
Lot! Hang on!
Shoot this hunter with a magnum 1 or 2 times. It will take you 2 magnum bullets max. Almost all the time only 1. Enter into this cutscene with the magnum equip is not really necessary, you can equip it after the hunter spawns.
I'm sorry. Please forgive me.
What are you talking about? It's not your fault. Vincent is the one who caused everything. Well, I mean,
You? What do you mean? You're the detective. Your name is Ark Thompson.
What? Really? I'm not Vincent? Then why did you run away from me?
Because I'm the one that told Vincent about you.
Hello, I'm Vincent. I've been transferred to this facility to inspect it.
Nice to meet you, sir.
I know Commander Vincent. So I knew that you weren't him when I saw you.
What? A spy? Thank you. You are a good boy, Lot.
So then I'm Ark and not Vincent. Lot, do you know of any way to get off this island?
My dad told me that there's a railway station up ahead from here.
A railway station?
I heard that it runs underground.
Okay, we'll use that. Let's go get Lily. Go ahead! Hurry! We'll meet at the station!
The self-destruction system has been activated. This island will self-destruct in 10 minutes. All the personnel must evacuate immediately. Repeat. All the personnel evacuate immediately.
That's right. At the request of my friend Leon S. Kennedy, I came here to investigate. Oh, yes. I remember everything.
Tell me the truth. You are a spy, aren't you?
Yes, I'm not Vincent, I'm Ark!
So since this point of the game is not like necessary to save your ammo, just use the Magnum for the zombies. The Magnum can be helpful for the last boss, but if you have plenty of explosive rounds, or acid rounds, or even flame rounds, you should be fine. So just have fun and use the Magnum for these enemies. There's also like very cool animation of the Magnum being without ammunition and how the bullets drops and then start reloading. Very cool for a very old game. So activate this button and 2 IB zombies will be inside this room. Just hack the right wall and you should be fine. The second IB zombie most of the time will body block you, but if you continue running without looking the IB zombie, of course, you should be fine. So right here I'm gonna equip the flame rounds to the grenade gun, and I'm gonna equip the grenade gun because for the first Hypnos encounter we need flame rounds, and you will see why later. Then pick up the key and leave, and go for the cutscene.
Vincent!
If it wasn't for you, I could have completed my mission. Umbrella was going to take care of me. But you had to go and screw it all up. Now, you're going to pay! No!
Alright, so as soon as the cutscene ends, aim down and shoot 1 flame round. For some reason the fire in the floor will stagger, like perma-stun or stun lock Hypnos, and he will be dead. Also, the reason I go backwards is because for some reason the game will force you to have the camera on Hypnos until he dies. So that's why I go backwards and I don't rotate myself directly to the door after I shoot. So this part with Mr. X's, I'm gonna YOLO it, to be honest. There are 2 Mr. X. What you want to do is get close to the first one, bait an auto attack, and then do the same for the second one. You have to be very fast, because if you take a little more time than I did, the first Mr. X can punch you on your back. So try to be fast. There's another strat of going backwards, like at the middle of the game, what I did with one specific Mr. X, but I don't know how that works, to be honest.
Hurry!
5 minutes to detonation. All personnel evacuate immediately. Repeat. All personnel evacuate immediately.
It's very, very important that you reset this room after this cutscene. And the main reason we do that is because by resetting this room right now, you will avoid the appearance of cleaners after you activate the train. So that's why I reset this room, because only by resetting it, the cleaners will despawn and they won't appear after you activate the next button that I will push right now. Alright, final Hypnos fight of the game. This Hypnos has two phases. The first phase is kinda pretty straightforward. You can use even flame rounds for the first phase. That's why I'm with the flame rounds equipped right now. Doesn't matter which kind of grenades you use for the first phase of Hypnos.
Get in the helicopter! It's still alive.
Right, the fight starts. Aim up, like press L1 for an auto aim. Aim up and shoot, because he's really far away from you, so you need to make a perpendicular shot. Then for the next one, just shoot him directly, then run to this corner and wait here. Press L1 for the auto aim and then press aim and shoot, and just continue doing that. And after you do that, always look to the corner, because by doing that you will avoid the damage of Hypnos if he tries to attack you. And just continue doing that until he dies. Or until he goes for the phase 2. Alright, the fight starts, you shoot him 2 times with the flame rounds, then move your camera to the corner again, start running forward to the corner and exchange your ammunition to grenade rounds. And then the strat is like this. You have to look to the right until he appears. When Hypnos appears, just move your camera to the corner again, and then just look at him until he makes an auto attack. If he doesn't make an auto attack, just shoot him if he's giving you his back. But if he gives you his front, just wait for an auto attack, and then shoot. Always wait for an auto attack, then aim and shoot. Do not press the L1, because the L1 will move your camera further away, like more than you want, and he will be able to attack you if you do that. It's very, very consistent with explosive rounds, because explosive rounds will always stagger Hypnos. With acid rounds or flame rounds, it's more risky, because those kind of grenades won't stagger him, and he will be able to attack you when you shoot. This strat is Was made by Nightcast Guitar, by the way. I'm gonna leave his channel in a card in the top right corner. But yeah, it's just about that. Just wait for an auto attack, then aim and shoot. If he doesn't appear, just move your camera to the right until he appears, because sometimes he likes to go behind you. Wait for an auto attack, aim and shoot, and it's just like that, and he will be dead. And that's Hypnos. By moving your camera away from him, you avoid the auto attack, by the way. But yeah, that's Resident Evil Survivor, no save, no damage. Getting the S rank.
Hurry!
Seconds to detonation. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
We're safe.
It can't be! Get down!
What are we gonna do, mister?
Yeah. What are we gonna do?
I don't know, but don't worry. We can fly as long as we have fuel.
So thank you so much for watching, everyone. This was Resident Evil Survivor, no continue, no save, no damage. Getting the S rank. On normal difficulty. Playing on the PlayStation 1 version of the game. North American region. Thanks for watching. Hope you like, hope you enjoy. If you like the content, don't forget to subscribe and leave a like on the video. Also comment, that helps me a lot. I have a lot of Resident Evil no save, no damage runs in my channel, if you want to check it out. Also other games. But anyway, I'm Ares, and I see you next time.